Hey everyone, and welcome to this SolidWorks assembly tutorial for the gearbox, in which we will assemble the gearbox and perform the motion analysis as well. So let's begin. Open a new assembly file, then go into the directory. This directory will automatically get open. You have to go into the folder where you have saved all the parts and place this bottom housing here like this. Okay, then go to assembly and select this insert component and select the top housing and place it over here like this. Okay, now let's assemble these housings. Select the mate, and then I will select first this bottom side of the top housing and this top side of the bottom housing and check the box. Now let's assemble from the side like this and from the other side. So I will select these two sides and check the box. So as you can see, they are perfectly assembled, and they really depend on the smaller side and the bigger side, which I have talked about in our previous tutorials. So I will hide the top housing, and if for example you want to reappear it, you can show it like this, but I will hide the top housing from here. Then select the insert component again, and this time I will select the input pinion shaft. If you want to rotate it about y-axis or x-axis or z-axis, you can rotate it like this. Otherwise you have another option. If you don't want to use those axes, then you can use the rotate component. Now select the mate, make sure that this is clear first, then select this one and this surface, and then check the box. And now we have to fix one side of the shaft with one side of the body of the housing. So I will select this side, the smaller side of the shaft, the face, and this side of the bottom housing, and check the box. Okay, now let's insert component again, and this time I will select the output shaft and click on the open button. The open shaft will be assembled on the bigger side for the bottom housing, so you can rotate it just like this. Make sure the orientation is correct. So make sure that you assemble the output shaft on the bigger side and the input pinion on the smaller side. In mate selection, select this surface of the shaft and this surface of the housing, check the box, and very much similarly I will select this face of the shaft and this face of the housing and click on mate, check the box. Okay, so they are assembled now. Again I will select the insert component again, and I will insert the output gear. As you can see, this is the part file. Click on the open button. You can rotate it, use the y-axis, or you can use the rotate component command as explained earlier. Select the mate and in the mate selection, this window, make sure this is clear first, and then I will select this surface of the shaft and this inner surface of the gear, and then check the box. Then I will select this face of the pinion and this face of the gear. I will select here distant mate and specify the distance as 2 mm, as you can see it from here, and then check the box. So they are assembled. We only need to apply the gear mate. So select the gear and you need to select normal to option. Okay, then you need to move the gear in such a way that they are not colliding. As you can see, this is a gap between the teeth. So after that, rotate it like this, select the mate, go into the mechanical mate, select the gear mate, make sure that this is clear. First I will select this face of the pinion, as you can see it from here, one selection, and the second selection is this is going to be this face of the gear. Okay, then come down a little bit, and if you have selected the pinion first, then you need to here specify 13:46. Okay, 13:46, and check the box. When you will rotate the gear, let me rotate the gear, they will rotate together. The pinion and the gear are now rotating together, which means that the gear mate has been successfully applied. Okay, after that, okay, now let's assemble these correctly. So I will select the mate and go inside the advanced mate, then width mate. So in width mate we have two selections. The first selection, I will select these two faces of the shaft keyway, as you can see it from here, and then I will select this uh, keyways of the gear side and check the box. So as you can see, they are correctly assembled. If I rotate the gear, then it will rotate perfectly along with the shaft. Now let's go to the toolbox, select here add in one. After that, go into DIN because we want the bearings. So select the bearings from here, select the ball bearings from here, and I will drag the radial contact ball bearing. So first I will select 6207. I will find the size from here, 6207, and it really depends if you want to change any option. I'm not gonna change any one. So another bearing will automatically get appear, so you need to place it over here, then press the escape button. After pressing the escape button, now let's assemble the shaft with the bearing. So I will select these two circular surfaces of the bearing in the shaft, and then inner wall of the housing and this face of the bearing to get assembled properly. Similarly, I will select the inner surface, circular surface of the bearing and outer surface of the shaft, and I will assemble it like this with the wall of the housing. Okay, now as you can see, they're working properly. Again, I will select the bearing and I will drag the same bearing here. Just I will change the number. So this is going to be 6209 this time. Then check the box. We want another one, so it will allow us to place another one. Then I will press the escape button. Then I will select the mate selection. Similarly, I will assemble the bearings with the output shaft. Okay, and similarly I will select this outer surface of the shaft, inner bore of the bearing, then inner wall of the housing, and this face of the bearing to get things assembled properly. After that, I will cross this window from here. Now as you can see, all of these things are working properly. Now I will select the insert component again, and this time I will select the two things, input bearing cover one number 1 and 2. I will rotate it as per this y-axis. I will place it over here. For my on my first click, the first cover will be placed, and on my second click, the second cover will be placed. Or you can either place it one by one, it's up to you. Then select the mate and then select the circular surface of the shaft and the circular surface of the bearing cover. Then I will check the box and then I will move it away. I will select this surface of the housing and this surface of the cover, and then again I will check the box. So they're assembled. I will rotate the cover a little bit, then in order to properly assemble it, I will select the inner this hole for the housing and the surface, or you can say inner surface for the cover, and check the box. And now let's assemble the other cover. It's gonna assemble almost the similar way. This surface of the housing and this surface of the cover, and then check the box. This is assembled properly. Just one more mate is required, similar to the other one, the inner holes, so that they have a proper alignment. Okay, and now it's time to assemble the output bearing covers. So I will select the insert component button. I will select these two output covers and place them first here in the environment. I will use this y-axis for the proper rotation. Similarly this one as well. Now let's assemble both of these. I will select the mate So in mate selection, I will select the circular surface of the shaft and any circular surface of the bearing cover, very much similar to what we have done previously with the input covers. I will assemble the output covers. Okay, now let's move on to the final cover, and let's assemble these. First select the circular surfaces and then select the faces, and for proper alignment make sure that the holes are correctly aligned so that these covers can be fixed with the bolts properly with the housing. Okay, so they're properly assembled. Now let's unhide, or you can say show, the top cover. Let's turn on the real view graphics if you have. Now let me make it transparent. The top current cover I want to make transparent because I want to show the moving gears, but I also want to show the top cover as well. So now let me save it first. So I will save it here as gearbox assembly. And even at this stage, if you want to change the color, you have to open the part separately. Then you need to remove the previously assigned color. I will remove this color which I have previously assigned, and you can apply any color you like. It's up to you. This is an optional thing. If you want to apply any color, for example I want to apply this blue color, I will press the Ctrl S button and save it. So I will change all of the colors. As you can see it from here, I have changed all the colors, and you can apply any color you like. It's up to you. But before the motion study, I want you to place the gearbox properly at the perfect orientation you want. You can rotate it, you can zoom in, zoom out. So after you are fixed, you're done with that, right click here in this environment, and in toolbox make sure that this manager is motion manager is checked. You need to drag this very first tool here until 12 seconds, then select the motor option and assign the motor to this shaft. So I will click on the shaft, and as you can see the red arrow is assigned to that shaft. 22 rpm is fine for rotation. Then I will drop this down. I will perfectly place it where I want to place it, because after the motion analysis, when you run this study, it will not move then. So you need to first press the calculate button, and then you can play the play button. And as you can see it from here, I will press the play button, and this is the motion for the gearbox. So that completes our gearbox series, guys. If you find this video helpful, then please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.